Yo, what's going on, guys? So today in this video, I'm gonna be talking about Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. And as you can tell by the title, this is a storyline between her, Io Sky, and the Kabuki Warriors. And yeah, obviously I have a lot to say, judging by the title. Um, and so we're just gonna talk about this, give my thoughts on it. Like, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, if you're new, just smash the like button, subscribe, and yeah, pretty much, we're just gonna talk about Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Um, so here's the thing: Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. This whole storyline with them and the Kabuki Warriors, it doesn't make any sense. There's no logic to it. It's just like, look at it this way. Like, this has been going on for like what, 3 weeks now, right? 3 weeks. For 3 weeks now, Asuka and Kyrie have just been going up to Io Sky and Rhea Ripley and complaining about, oh, stay away from Asuka, stay away from Asuka. I mean, stay away from Io. That's what Asuka's been saying, and then Kyrie's just standing there looking all, you know, nervous. And that's pretty much. And then Rhea Ripley just comes like, oh, we got a problem here, like, acting tough and everything, just being, the big tough girl, whatever. And that's pretty much every segment that has been between Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and the Kabuki Warriors. That's how it's been for 3 weeks. That's been the whole storyline between them, and it's just out of Asuka being jealous of Rhea and Io's friendship. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing. It's just, oh, she's jealous. Like, oh my, like, she's jealous. So let's all play some sad music, and um let's all start complaining because, oh my gosh, Asuka's so jealous of their friendship. So let's all be sad about it. Like, come on, right? This is stupid. What kind of storyline is this? Like, and it's like, we're expected to take this serious, and it's like there's no even explanation for why Asuka hates Rhea and Io's friendship. It's just, oh, she's just jealous, and that's it. Why is she jealous? We get no explanation for any of this. It's just, oh yeah, she's jealous of Rhea and Io's friendship, and she doesn't want Rhea and Io to be friends, and that's what caused this whole tension for like the past 3 weeks. It's so stupid. It makes no damn sense. And when you really think about it, it makes even less sense because Rhea and Io have been friends for like months now. Why didn't Asuka and why didn't Asuka say anything months ago? Why is she barely saying something now? Why is she complaining about it now? It just makes no sense. So, and like a lot of, and it's not even just this storyline. There's other storylines too that I've talked about that we got no explanation for. No explanation for whatsoever. Like Brock Lesnar versus Cena. We never got any explanation for that. Brock just comes back at SummerSlam, F5's John Cena. They get a filler match pretty much at WrestlePalooza. For no reason, we get no explanation on the beef between them. It's just, oh yeah, they're gonna fight two big names, going at it. And that's it. that's all we got. It's like all these like there's so many storylines I can point out right now that we get no explanation for. It's just like just so lazy booking by Triple H in WWE. It's just so stupid. And it's like, and it's like these segments having, they're just so bad. Like the acting from everyone, Rhea Ripley and Io and the Kabuki Warriors, like everyone's acting for these past 3 weeks that they've been doing these segments. It's just been bad. The acting's bad. It's over the top. It's not believable. It's just goofy. It's just stupid. Like, none of this matters. None of it makes sense. And then now they're gonna have a match, because Asuka obviously betrayed Io Sky. So now they're gonna have a match, a freaking Crown Jewel, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. um, at Crown Jewel. Why would I care about this? Why would I care? There's no meaning to this match. There is no substance to this match. We got no explanation for why Asuka is so jealous of Rhea and Io's friendship. So this match, it's just filler. It doesn't matter. Like, literally nothing matters. And some people are saying, oh, but what if, Io betrays Rhea, or Rhea betrays Io or whatever. For, I mean, it doesn't really make sense because it's like Io. Why would Io betray Rhea for the Kabuki Warriors after they just betrayed her? It's like I wouldn't put it past Triple H to do something like this because knowing him, like this guy's writings is so stupid. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does something like this. But it's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. Why, especially Rhea betraying Io? Why would Rhea do that? They're literally supposed to be friends. She had no issues with us with Io. I mean, for all this time, why would she do that? So I see that as even less of a possibility. But just don't be like I wouldn't be that surprised though if there's some kind of like, you know, something like that happens where it's like, well, one of them betrays each other, you know, and like maybe like like Io would obviously be betraying Rhea for the Kabuki Warriors, and maybe Rhea is just like maybe she just doesn't trust Io or whatever. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they don't do any of these things. If they do any of these things in storylines, because Triple H, he's a bad writer. He's a bad writer. Yeah, he's a bad writer. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does something like this. It's just like this guy just does shock value things. He does cheap pops. He does these like these oh my god moments that go nowhere, that have no good reasoning behind it. That's all this guy does. You know, and so it's like, I sure would that have, is that are any of these things possible? Sure, but I think the more likely explanation is just gonna be some regular match between them. Io and Rhea are gonna win because they're the faces or whatever. Blah blah blah. They're gonna give them the big win. Who cares? Why would I care about this? It's just so predictable. It's boring. I don't care. Rhea and Io are gonna win. It's like, why would I care about this? You know? And it's like Triple H, like I said, he keeps doing these cheap pops, these viral moment things, like bringing back these, he's done like these shocking heel turns, like John Cena and the New Day, and he ultimately did nothing with them afterwards. And same thing with all these nostalgia wrestlers that he keeps bringing back. He like Brock Lesnar, Nikki Bella, AJ Lee, um, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, like all these cheap pop nostalgia wrestlers that he keeps bringing back, that he ultimately does nothing with. It's just all cheap pop returns, just viral moments, shocking moments. That's all it is to get more money and views. That's all Triple H does. He's a terrible writer. And so, this guy is just like so lazy as a writer. He's so lazy. And, it's just like, what is so interesting about this storyline with Rhea, Io, and the Kabuki Warriors? Why would I care about any of this? Like they're literally, the whole problem is, oh yeah, Asuka is jealous of Rhea and Io's friendship, but there's no storyline between it. So that's why I'm making this video, because it makes no sense. We get no storyline with this. So everything's just a whole bunch of filler. Everything just feels like filler because there's no really good reasons for why certain things happen. Um, you know, like, and we're seeing it again with like John Cena and AJ Styles. Like, people are getting excited over that. They're like, oh my gosh, John Cena. He said he doesn't get to choose his opponents, but then Triple H got him his opponent. I mean, but it's like, dude, Why? Like, here's the thing. We're getting AJ Styles and versus John Cena at Crown Jewel. What storyline has been built up since then, though? Since it's been announced, like last week. It was announced last week, and we got no storyline between them whatsoever. It's just AJ Styles acknowledged it yesterday on Monday Night Raw, saying that he's gonna have he's gonna like beating up John Cena, and that's it. That's all we got. There's no storyline. So yeah, while people are getting excited about this, is like, okay, cool. It's two big names. It's two popular people, two good wrestlers, two legendary people. Okay, cool. But where's the storyline? There's nothing. And literally, Crown Jewel's literally next Saturday. So it's like, it's just stupid, man. I don't understand. And it's just like, you know, it, so that's when I see people getting excited, and it's like, okay, I can't get excited though because there's no storyline. It's not just about the wrestling; it's about the storyline. It's about cutting good promos, you know, and you know, and like actually doing whatever it takes to make the storyline interesting. It's not just about two big names wrestling and putting on a good match. That's not what WWE is. So that's why whenever I see people talking about I'm excited for this John Cena AJ Styles match, it's like, why would I care about this though? There's no meaning to it. There's no storyline. It's just a regular match between two big names, and that's it. There's no storyline being built. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't care. I really don't care. And now we got Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre at most likely I'm gonna be at Crown Jewel as well. Which yeah, I'm predicting it is, because like, I mean, like they when it comes to like feuds with Drew McIntyre, they always like to fucking do it at PLEs for whatever reason. And they just like to like extend it for so many months, and you realize Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton have feuded like 3-4 times this whole year. This whole fucking year, they had like 3 or 4 matches and had 3 or 4 promos cut against each other. It's like, it's just the same stuff over and over again. For people like McIntyre, who aren't going anywhere right now. They're just stuck in these repetitive, boring filler feuds. And like Drew McIntyre, he still does good with what he's given, because he's just a good wrestler and he cuts good promos. But at the end of the day, bro, he has no good storylines. He has no good storylines, and he has no title. He has nothing. He's just doing these filler matches, these boring filler like feuds that have no meaning to it, and that's it. Like Drew McIntyre is not going anywhere right now. So while I still like McIntyre because the dude can cut good promos and do good matches, but at the end of the day, like, there is no storyline with him. The last storyline he probably had was maybe with Damian Priest, I guess. But even that wasn't that interesting, because I wanted him to be in the Fatal 4-Way between Punk, Seth, and Roman. So, like seeing him with Damian Priest, like, I just didn't really care. I don't care. I don't give a damn about Damian Priest. Like, yeah, there's a storyline there, but like, I just don't really care for it that much, though. Like, I feel like there was a lot more there with if Drew McIntyre was in the Fatal 4-Way, if in the Triple Threat with all the other 3, but he wasn't. Instead, he was wrestling Damian Priest, and that was really the only last storyline that he meaningful storyline that he had. And he ended up losing the feud in the end because he lost to Damian Priest in the steel cage match in May. So it's like, Drew McIntyre is not going anywhere. People like McIntyre are not, doing anything impactful currently. Why? Because of Triple H, his bad writing. It's like Drew McIntyre is pretty much just, he's just someone that's putting people over constantly and not ever getting his time to shine. That's all it is. Like he literally feuded with Randy Orton 4 or 5, like multiple times throughout this whole year. Like what the, um, I mean, yeah, he won the feud in the end because he won 2 weeks ago against Randy Orton, but it's like, okay, cool, but then he gets a win and then he loses at WrestlePalooza to Cody Rhodes. So it's like, I I just don't get it, bro. You give him a win, then you give him a loss, then you give him a loss, then you give him another loss, then you give him a win, then a win, then a loss and a loss and a loss. It's like this guy just loses the majority of his matches, pretty much. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he loses all of them, but the majority of the time, like yeah, he's been on a losing streak. You know, it's just ridiculous. Like Drew McIntyre, people like he deserves better. People like Drew McIntyre deserve better because you know he's someone that deserves the title, not Cody Rhodes. The someone like Cody Rhodes doesn't deserve the championship. Um, it's pretty much Drew McIntyre now he's gonna be stuck in a filler feud with Jacob Fatu at Crown Jewel. Like, are you like this is dumb. So it's like, and why? And why? Because Triple H he just wants Drew McIntyre to be pretty much someone doing nothing pretty much, and just pretty much making him be buried. Like that's all Triple H has done. And so when it comes to like people like Drew McIntyre, like oh yeah he loses at WrestlePalooza, and then to make things worse he comes out next Friday, speaks facts, and then lo and behold I already knew someone was gonna come out, some wrestler was gonna come out just to say that he's complaining. Like I already knew that was gonna happen because it happens. Like a lot of like this has happened multiple times at this point, so it's predictable. I already knew someone was gonna come out and be like, "Oh, Drew McIntyre, stop complaining," and that's exactly what happened. Fucking Jacob Fatu came back, and that's exactly what he did. And why? Why? For no reason. Literally, there was no reason for him to come out and say any of this. All he had to do was mind his own damn business. And like I don't know, go after Sami Zayn. He's the one that has the title that you lost. Why the fuck are you like, trying to start problems with Drew McIntyre? It's just so stupid. And then now Drew McIntyre is gonna lose another feud. He's gonna lose another match, and it's most likely gonna be at Crown Jewel. Why couldn't we have done it at last Friday Night SmackDown? And got it over with? Oh, because we had to sell this fake injury from Drew McIntyre. This, the leg injury. So now we're gonna have to wait till Crown Jewel to get the match, and it's just gonna be a filler match. So why the fuck couldn't we just gotten it over with? Like, I would be happy if we could at least get it over with this Friday. Hell, maybe even next Friday before Crown Jewel. But no, we're gonna wait all the way till Crown Jewel for a PLE match. Just for this. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, I wouldn't want to wait till next Friday either because it's pretty much the day before Crown Jewel. So what difference does it make? I mean, like, I would rather just them at least get it over with this Friday, but that's not gonna happen. They're gonna extend this dumbass feud, this filler feud between Jacob and Drew McIntyre, and they're pretty much just gonna feud all the way till Crown Jewel. Then Drew McIntyre is gonna look weak to this fat Samoan who wouldn't even believably beat up Drew McIntyre. I mean, it's just stupid, man. So yeah, what is there to look forward to when it comes to Crown Jewel? Literally nothing. I mean, Stephanie Valkyrie and Tiffany Stratton are literally gonna fight for a fucking championship ring. Seth Rollins and Cody, pretty much they're doing the same thing, bro. Like, what the fuck? Why would I care about this? Oh my god, bro. Triple H sucks at booking. This guy does nothing well. So yeah, man, I don't know. It's just Triple H sucks. That's all I have to say at this point, bro. I'm not excited for Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, um, versus the Kabuki Warriors. I don't give a damn. I don't care. There's no storyline. This is just filler. AJ Lee and CM Punk. What did they return for? Literally, I mean, like CM Punk. Obviously, he returned for the money and and all that, but clearly AJ Lee did too, because she literally returned for like what 2 weeks, then left, and now she's been gone for these past 2 weeks. After Palooza. So it's like, what the fuck? She cut 2 promos, had 2 brawls, had a match at Palooza, and that's it. That's all she did. Then she disappeared. And people are like, oh, they're taking a break. What? What break? What break? She literally was gone for 10 years. And CM Punk, he barely wrestles. All he does is cut promos. What the fuck? What do they need a break for? like, bro, I don't get that. It's obvious that this is just a money grab. That's why they brought her back. That's why she returned. That's why CM Punk returned. That's why Brock Lesnar returned. That's why Nikki Bella returned. Like, this is all just a money cash grab, bro. None of this matters. It's a whole bunch of filler. I mean, Becky Lynch literally is gonna probably defend her title next Monday Night Raw at fucking against Maxine Dupree. Why would I care about this? What has she done to earn that? Like, she's boring. She sucks. I don't care. She can have the championship all she wants. I doubt they're gonna give it to her. I mean, it's because it's obvious that Triple H is, Becky Lynch is one of Triple H's favorites. So I doubt she's gonna just lose the match anyways. It's gonna be predictable. Even if Maxine does win, I'm not interested in her character whatsoever. So I wouldn't care. She's literally a jobber. She does nothing. So, I mean, I don't know. To me, I'm just not really happy with the current state of WWE, man. It just sucks. Everything's just sucky, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, everybody. Peace out.